D12, and we have, it's for the limb systems. We're a go in the limb systems, so we don't have any negative rolls. And the commander is going to make a roll, and it's a 4, 3, or 12. Successful rendezvous. The limb and the command and service module are going to proceed to P13 TEI. So basically, we're going to go, basically these guys are going to rejoin and go to here, which is 14. And I'm going to flip flight plan to 14, which we're getting ready for our trans-Earth injection TEI procedure. The commander rolls a D12. Now we do have a -1 for the sim module system. So I'm going to look over here at the commander and maybe go ahead and use this if we're able to. We are on P14, and so this doesn't say we can't use it. So let's go ahead and do it so we don't experience any troubles. And it's a 4 + 1 is a 5, and we were good anyway. We have a successful burn, and the command service module proceeds to P15 trans-Earth coast. And so we are going to basically do this number here. Basically I did this, and we're at P15 here. And I believe, if I read closer, I believe we've docked, and then we got rid of the lunar module. So we're back to the just the sim. I'll put this baby here. Take this off the board. And we're going to P15, heading back to Earth. This is the trans-Earth coast. It's a 3-day journey. 3 days to the moon, 3 days back. Spend a little time. And what does it say? Mission event card. Houston draws 1 mission event card. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, so we have the command module pilot rolls a D12. All right. And it's an 8. And it says 7 to 12, the O2, the oxygen tanks are nominal. Okay? If it wasn't, we may have a little problem there. So we are good. All right, that was the mission card. The astronauts have an opportunity to fix the spacecraft system. Let's try that. So there's going to be 1 repair attempt. We're going to roll a dice. We're looking for that lucky 12, and it's a 6. So our attempt to fix the command and service module fails. So we still have that 1 yellow. All right, so Houston rolls a D12. On that 1 attempt, we failed. We rolled less than 12. And then if you're doing advanced game, you have an opportunity to walk in space. We're not doing that. We're going to skip that. And so basically what we're going to end up doing is proceeding to when complete, move the command service module to P16. And this is Earth approach and re-entry. And the command module pilot rolls a D12. Okay, and we do have a -1 yellow, so let's burn this card maybe. Okay, except P12 through P9 to 312. We're way past that, so let's go ahead and burn this. Roll the dice, and it's a 10. Didn't need it. And so basically what we have is the sim successful jettison and the command module position for entry. So basically we're getting rid of that extra fuel tank, and now we just have that command module, that little cone shaped thing. So when complete, move the command module to P17. All right, we're going to page P17. I forgot to move to 16 earlier. We were successful in that, and now, as you can see, we are going to try to descend into Earth orbit. Gets a little tricky there. So this is our re-entry and recovery procedure. The command module pilot rolls a d12. Now we have a -1. All right, I burnt my card, and I don't think anybody else can use their card if it's his turn. Now that's the way I'm going to play. So I'm going to roll a dice, looking for a high number, and it's an 8. For the 12, the command module successfully re-enters Earth's atmosphere, splashes down on target, and the crew is recovered safely. If not, you would go to this, and you got all kind of things happening where you could lose the pilots or the command module. So basically, you move down here, we're going to splash down, everything's successful. We're going to turn the page, get some nice illustrations of the splash down and the astronauts' recovery. And here it's the end of the game. If you completed all the basic goals, which we did, your mission has been a complete success, returning the astronauts and important scientific samples to Earth for analysis. Humankind has taken its first steps into great expanse of space and succeeded in the national goal of landing humans on the moon and returning them safely to the Earth. And if you fail, they would tell you what's going on there. And as I told you in introduction, you know, if you had to abort, they're going to refer to which type of abort you would proceed to. We didn't have to do it. It was lucky playthrough. We landed, and folks, that's the game. It's very procedural. You know, my thoughts are components, 3 mounted map boards. That's awesome. The visual effect is great. The game pieces, I didn't get mine, but I'm assuming they are cardboard standees, and rather than little modules, I would like to see little modules, so I took a cut there. The cards are nice, at least the artwork there. 4 different decks of cards, and yeah, small little wooden tokens, okay. D12s, there's a misprint on the game board. As I said in my unboxing, it says you get 2 10-sided dice. You actually get 2 12-sided dice. So components are good. Press your luck, okay. There's dice rolling. There's just a lot of random luck involved. You have some decisions. Your decisions are based on go, no go. So if you're running into some trouble and you can't fix it, you know, do you press on and risk losing lives, or fail mission, or do you abort? And I didn't really come close to that, but you have to have the willpower in this game. I mean, it's nothing's going to happen to you, but you know, abort if it's too risky, and then try again on another launch and a different ones. What else? It's not competitive. It's basically a solo game or cooperative. If you're playing cooperative, you just take turns. You're all in the same boat. You're all in the same spaceship together, and you just take turns flipping cards, following the flight manual, and proceeding from there. Replayability, not much. It's one mission. And how many times you want to attempt that? If you failed, you want to continue to do it till you're successful. But let me tell you the bonus of this. Very historical. You learn about the Apollo program, the history of what these astronauts went through, the trials and tribulations and the risk. Apollo 1 was the test on the platform fire, and we lost 3 astronauts, but the actual in space, we didn't lose any astronauts, and here it could be a different story. So good learning lesson for American space Apollo program. And comparison, I would say, if you're familiar with the game Apollo 13, they made a movie about it. Very similar in the sense that it's procedural. You're basically following and making decisions based on the historical occurrences. And this, although is a much broader expanse, it's probably on the same scale of simplicity, card drawing, and randomness. Not a whole lot of meat here. You're taking a lot of technical stuff and putting into very simplistic program. So fun, fun. Of course, it took longer for me here because I'm talking it out. But if you're playing by yourself, these games definitely can be played in 30 minutes or under. All right, so that's about all I'll say. It's almost 50 minutes here. All right, I hope you enjoyed it.